Another Boston Marathon in the books for many, while others are still making their way to the finish line. Resiliency and compassion on full display at the end of the 26.2 miles. We saw many moments like these today, beautiful moments if you're an athlete, and just the struggle to finish, but you put in so much time and effort. Runners helping others across the finish line. It wasn't sunny or warm today, but many runners told us, hey, they didn't mind.
Yeah, believe it or not, they actually prefer running in cooler weather. Boston 25 News reporter Drew Karetas live near the finish line on Boylston Street. Drew, as always, so many memories made along that marathon route.
Kerry, Mark, as you probably expect, we've been seeing it all here at the finish line, from laughter to tears to pure elation. Runners who are crossing the finish line, who have made it to this point, tell us the cool and damp conditions that turned into heavy rounds of rains at times added to the challenges of competing in this historic race.
Crossing that last mile, it was just pouring down, and I just like, bring it on.
Runners crossing the finish line in rainy conditions for the 127th Boston Marathon took in the monumental moment.
It's nice that it came right after I finished, but it's going to be a little cold for the runners that are out there.
Among those competing in the world's oldest annually run marathon included 27 runners registered in the new non-binary category, including Cal Calamia, who was proud to represent history on a global platform.
Crossing that finish line is not just about this race, but it's about how monumentous of a moment it is for trans and non-binary athletes all over the world.
Each runner we talked with had a meaningful purpose for competing in the 26.2-mile race. For Eric Reed, it was in honor of his mom, who died of uterine cancer.
I feel like she was with me, especially in the end, coming into Boston. I felt like she was there with me.
Emotions ran high at the finish line 10 years after two bombs detonated on Boylston Street. Former Bruins captain Zdeno Chara reflected on that difficult milestone after completing his first ever Boston Marathon.
Obviously, one of the biggest tragedies that the city had, but one of the biggest moments that people came together and support each other.
Army veteran Lucas Carr and Matt Brown, who was paralyzed in 2010 while playing hockey at Norwood High, also acknowledge an even deeper meaning behind this year's race.
This one's for everyone that was affected 10 years ago, their families, and we're just trying to do our best to show that 10 years might pass, but they're not forgotten.
The achievement of completing the Boston Marathon follows months of rigorous training and fundraising for more than 30,000 participants in this year's race. And crossing the finish line is followed by reflection, relaxation, and for some, celebration.
I just want a beer so bad. I was like, I did it, I'm here, ready to go get one now.
Some tell us they can't wait to crack open a beer. Others who are just now crossing the finish line tell us they can't wait to go to bed. Runners who are crossing the finish line, who have completed this 26.2-mile race, are leaving with many unforgettable memories. But many people are telling us one of those memories they're taking away from this is seeing David Ortiz cheer them on as this year's Grand Marshal. We're live near the Boston Marathon finish line. Drew Karetas for your local station, Boston 25 News.
All right, Drew, so many stories there. Every person had a story, and they'll be telling them for years. That's for sure. Great day in Boston. Thank you.
That's what we love about